Wasting your life worrying about what men like. Men will stick their dick in a wall.
Financially, where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a missus. Nowadays with
that you want has options. He can choose Israel
ending. So men don't go to women and say, accept me short, accept me broke, accept me.
Will fuck a corpse. Mortuaries prefer not to hire men because they so much more often have the issue of men fucking the dead bodies. Men would fuck this little crease where your armpit is if they're horny enough and you let them. You are wasting your life worrying about what men like. Men will stick their dick in a wall if they can find a hole. It is a fool's game. You will waste your life away if you spend your time sitting around researching what men like right now. What is the trendy thing for men to like in women? If you leave a piece of warm pie on a counter, a man might fuck it. Why do you care what they like?
Such women are the reason why men have stopped dating and started going celibate, because we are tired of hearing complaints and demands coming from their delusional mouth, with little to no appreciation for all the hard work a guy does, as proved by this guy here.
American women versus international women. Why would I want to deal with a loudmouth, ignorant, masculine energy, talks back, disrespectful, not submissive woman here in the US?
So most men would see American women as that?
Well, I don't know what you would qualify as most men. I think there's a big segment of the population of men that are looking that would have that idea.
You would have.
As the guy said, no man wants to have a partner which is always arguing, combative, and thirsty for the attention of other guys. Because if you get in a relationship with such a woman, you would end up in a situation like this guy.
It's our first official dinner in Greece. I'm wearing this teeny tiny dress and I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of eyes.
Eyes.
That would be ideal, but a lot of other eyes.
Damn, she's on a trip that her boyfriend definitely paid for, seeking male attention. She's not for the streets, she's for the entire country.
Yeah, she is for the entire country. But don't get finessed by this girl's act, cause I looked at her Insta bio and she has a OnlyFans, so I don't think it makes any sense that an OF model is calling out a girl who is crying for male attention, cause they both are essentially the same. This is one of the main reasons why men are fed up with women, as confirmed by this guy here.
To be honest, I'd rather just be a little lonelier than deal with all the hassle of dating. I'm really not in a place emotionally and financially where I can deal with sorting through a bunch of misses to find a missus. Nowadays with dating apps, there's always something new and more exciting just around the corner. So many women I've dated have abruptly broken things off because they found something more exciting. Dating is like taking on a part-time job. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Social media, Hollywood, and porn have really altered the expectations of the general public across the board when looking for a mate. It's actually really messed up psychologically when a person thinks about it. Specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who conveniently hold themselves to extremely low standards but feel entitled to the best. More specifically, unrealistic expectations are held by people who act like victims when they're confronted with equally high expectations.
And who are those people? The modern women of our society who for not even 1 second can leave their deluded world to come live in reality. Cause if they did, they would be confronted with a lot of hard questions, like this girl here.
The type of man that you want has options. He can choose Israel, India, Egypt.
Can I say I wouldn't want a man who didn't choose me?
The challenge is what you are bringing to the table, what you want. The other girls are not going to fight him for. You want him to support and join your team as well. These other two girls, India and Egypt, say, I will just join this team. I'm not trying to do all those. They have the advantage over you. You are combative. You are combative. When talking to you, we're going to have to argue. With those girls, you don't have to argue. So the challenge is going to be, why would he choose them over
wouldn't
you?
a man get bored by a woman who doesn't have any opinion or care at all?
Okay. And so the unfortunate reality is that is not true. And if you keep on viewing men view women the way you view men, you will keep on experiencing the same negative results over and over again. No, to answer your question, no, they will not get bored. It's actually
He's
peaceful.
telling her loud and clear what most guys like and dislike in women, but she keeps arguing with him with her delusional points, and if that won't work, then they would start shaming them like this fatty did here.
If the other girls who are there are assessing themselves at a 10 societally, how in the world could you possibly be assessing yourself at a 7?
I said 7.5.
Yeah, how?
I mean, other than being fat, I date like people. I mean,
She's pulled some hot.
I'm dating celebrities, billionaires, millionaires.
Why the fuck you lying?
Like, not even trying to be billionaire. Like all the memes aside. So we're memeing a bit.
Literally.
But what I'm saying is this: is like.
And a lot of guys don't want to admit that they like fat girls because of guys like you, where you would turn around and look at your friend and be like, "Oh, I can't believe you like that." And then he feels really unconfident and then goes to my page on OnlyFans and spends $800 to collect my content.
This dude wanted to hit my car and run and thought he was slick. Neighbor, he came out and like showed me the picture of his plates. We found him.
1 minute later.
You drive the Toyota out there?
Why?
You hit my car.
Did I?
Yeah. People were like filming and everything.
They did? I didn't even hear anything. I'm sorry, I'm going through a divorce right now and I had two screaming kids in my car, so if I did, my bad.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Oh, yeah.
Can you stop filming me, please? Because you didn't ask permission.
Like they have you hitting my car.
But why is he still videoing me if I'm not hitting your car?
Because you already hit it.
But I didn't know I hit it.
I know, but you did.
So first, she hits the guy's car and now is trying to act as if she is the victim and giving the excuse of her ongoing divorce, thinking that the world owes her any understanding of her situation, but if the roles were reversed, no one would listen to a guy, no one would understand his problems, as proved by this woman here.
But the world doesn't owe you understanding. So men don't go to women and say, accept me short, accept me broke, accept me fat. But we go to them and say, accept us ran through. That's not a fair deal.
Well, some women, a lot of women do accept men that are short and broke.
Not if you look at the data. Not if you look at the data. Men only swipe right on, or women only swipe right on dating apps 5% of the time. 5%. On the high end, 20%. Women do not accept, and that's the number one place that people are meeting today. So women we do not accept men that are short, broke, and fat. Historically, even throughout all of history, most men didn't even get to reproduce. That's a privilege.
No, so I'm saying you don't think men were more masculine back then than they are now?
Men in general, men worldwide were more masculine because we didn't have feminism. But see, the problem is black women, your mother's generation and your grandmother's generation, they really failed you guys because they told you didn't need a man. So you can't. Right. Who raised these feminine, weak black men that you have a problem with? Who raised them? Who raised them? 80% of black children are born out of wedlock. Who raised them? Who?
We did.
Who's we?
My mom or whoever my grandparents did.
Black who?
Women.
Thank you.